The Upstate Golf Guys podcast is brought to you by Golf Week Amateur Tour, New York to Upstate, a national tour for all golfers and skill sets in its 31st year. We represent the New York Upstate region, and to join, visit amateurgolftour.net and click Join Now for the best amateur golf tour in the country. David Calise, with his beautiful home for rent in Saratoga Springs. This mansion is located on Airbnb. What a way to enjoy Saratoga with family and or friends on a vacation to golf, go to the horse track, or relax in this beautiful home. For more information, go online to Airbnb/H/mansion in Saratoga Springs for information. Northeastern Insurance Agency for all your insurance needs. Voted #1 insurance agency in the Capital Region in 2024 by the Times Union. For any insurance needs, call Jared at 518-956-3753. The Bunker Indoor Golf, located in over 7 locations across the Capital Region and host of our Golf Week Am Tour Winter League on Saturday mornings. From golfing on their state-of-the-art simulators or having a delicious meal with your friends or family, come on down and visit one of the Bunker locations. Visit them online, getinthebunker.golf. For more information of the Upstate Golf Guys podcast and their partners, visit upstategolfguys.com.
Welcome back to another episode of the Upstate Golf Guys podcast. We are dropping an emergency episode, Raj. We're dropping an emergency episode. He's laughing over there. Raj, tell them why we have an emergency, my friend.
You got an affiliation, bro.
An affiliation? Affiliation? I don't know. All right, so I guess I have the same name of some guy that did something very tragic and terrible in Syracuse, New York.
It was in I guess it was like the Ithaca area.
Yeah. Western New York. New York. So, I have the same name as this asshole that killed an inmate, and I've been getting death threats all weekend, Raj. Isn't that fun?
Yo, that is fucking wild, dude. Because I don't pay, you know me, dude, I don't really pay attention to much. So I'm reading the New York Post or whatever, and they name the people, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I look at your Instagram, or your Facebook, actually, it was your Facebook, and I was like, oh man, he's got to be getting hammered. And you already had a couple things posted up of some of the comments you got.
I did, dude. So much hate out there, bro. So much hate. And I get it, man. I hate this guy too, because it's not right what Anthony Farina did. It's not. Yeah. I literally told this girl that was in my DMs. I'm like, yo, listen, I agree with you. I agree with you 1000%. But you shouldn't do that if you don't know if it's the right Anthony Farina, because it wasn't nice. Some of the things that this person said about my mom and my daughter, and
granted, she thought you killed somebody, but yes,
I get that. But yes,
damn, fact check yourself before you go. But that just shows how quick people are to react and to do things without actually fact checking.
Sure, man. I mean, that's kind of thing.
It's terrible. Did you see the video of what happened?
I did, dude. It was so bad. And I feel terrible that I'm even affiliated with that same name, man, because it's a serious problem we have. I know that in the system. It's funny because I'm public on Facebook, which I didn't realize that. I think Andrea just fixed that for me, but literally a random guy named Tony came out, and in my defense, he was like, yo, everybody, you have the wrong guy. I literally served time in this jail, and Anthony Farina was my CO. Like, I knew the Anthony Farina, and this ain't him, guys. Like, he commented under my post. It was really funny, actually. I'm like, yeah, dude, like, there was an Anthony Farina that just died in Averil Park that there's an actual hole named after him called Tony's Nose. I forgot what the hole is. But when I used to call out there for tea times in Burden Lake, they'd be like, oh, are you related to the legend Anthony Farina? I'm like, sure. You know what I mean? If you, I guess.
Right.
No,
If
no,
it
no.
gets me a better tea time, then sure.
Yeah, right. No, but listen, to the last name Farina, Anthony is a very common Italian name that goes with Anthony.
Sure, it's as Italian as you can get.
So I know for a fact there is many Anthony Farinas out there in the world. One of them being I used to go to Wildwood every year, and he was my age from New Jersey. And
I remember you telling this story.
Because his name was Anthony Farina, and our parents would always yell our names, and we'd be like, "Which one are you talking to, or which one are you yelling at?" But yeah, man, it's fucking wild. It's a sad situation, man. The jails need to be fixed, no doubt about that, man. They really do. It was a sick video, Raj. It
was bad. It
made me feel ill. And again, we're in a fucking world. We're in a fucking world where people just watch, videotape, and don't say a word. Why?
Yep. I mean, look at the lady who is speaking of that, like just watching and not even doing nothing. The lady
burning to death. Jesus, don't get me started.
On fire, dude. Like people just watch, dude. Like
they did.
Not saying that I would have done something, but like I don't think I would have just watched, dude. I mean, I don't know. In that situation, I don't know.
My heart wants to help, dude. Not
because down there it is different. Like you kind of just mind your own business, kind of thing.
I know. But let me ask you something, Raj. Is there fire extinguishers on those trains and like down those subways? There has to be, right?
Because after they said that they said they're all locked up and they're not accessible to the public. But like, I started thinking about when I was on the subway. I don't remember really seeing one like accessible. Now that like when I thought about it,
I mean they should be very accessible now if something like this happens for somebody like you or I to be able to bust through to try to save a young lady like this if something like this happens. I mean,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Tough migrant. They got to go deep to like dental records and stuff to identify the body because she's I guess she was a migrant and stuff, homeless migrant. So it just shows like some of these people that come here, they're not getting the lavish lifestyle they think they're going to get either. You know?
Yeah. No, the guy that actually. No, I think you have that. The young lady that got burned is actually a. No, she's a. She wasn't an illegal.
Oh, I thought she was.
No, I promise you, she wasn't. The story is that she was like fell asleep on the train standing up. The guy that set her on fire was an illegal.
Yeah, I knew that.
And got allowed back in the country. No,
I thought I read that she was as well. My bad.
No. She was just a young lady that was traveling. I believe she was a graduate even of like Penn University. She was pretty smart and had a bright future from what I read, but there has to be a lot more. I don't know for sure with the story. I mean, I was actually arguing with this at Christmas Eve. It was obviously a disturbing conversation, but I had the video and I was like, she had to have been fucking like high on something, dude. And listen, that doesn't negate the fact of how disturbing the story is, but let me ask you something. If you were standing on a train and then you were on fire, whether you were sleeping or not, standing up and sleeping and you were on fire, don't you wake up and like run like a maniac and try to set like I don't know, I guess, because I've never been on fire. But again, this isn't like doesn't really matter. But like
yeah,
I watch
anybody else, a lot of dudes, and I think if I was on fire, I would like my body would just naturally react like, dude, you're on fire, wake up.
Yeah, wake up and fucking roll or something, right?
Yeah, something, right.
Did you see the video, Raj? Did you actually watch the video?
I watched I couldn't finish it, man, because it's just those things.
There's a guy like waving his coat at her, trying to put it out. She's standing there, bro, and she's like,
ugh.
When the guy's waving the coat, that's when she kind of starts moving a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like that's when she woke up, or that's when she's feeling it. It's so fucked up and so disturbing. But I mean, my cousin Alec, he's NYPD down there, an officer.
Yeah.
And this shit's
bro. You should get him on one day and have him tell some stories, bro.
I might, but basically, they need to. It's gonna be terrible to sound, but they need to give these guys like basically like $10 a pop a raise. Every fucking illegal they pick up, beat the shit out of them. No, I'm serious. And Alec was all on board. No, you imagine getting like 10 or 20 a day, an extra $200 bonus, or give them $20 a pop. Give these guys for trooping them up, NYPD, and that's what Alex said. Like, they need to do something for us, like, because they're causing all the problem and the headache in New York City right now. So he said
there's a lot of it in time, like I said before, in Times Square, bro. It was really where you could see that
it was scary, right?
Influx, and that's where everybody is, dude. That's the crazy thing. Like, you're getting hustled. There's more, like, just walking, like, just groups. You had to walk through groups of them, like, hanging out, like, you know what I mean? Like, they're on the sidewalk, but they're one's close to the buildings, one's close to. There's a group close to the road. There's a group close to the building. You got to walk through it.
Yeah,
and they're all speaking Spanish. So, like, I know very little Spanish. So it's obviously, if you don't know, you're not gonna know what the hell they're saying.
I know me habla español. What was it?
I know keywords. Like, I know keywords. And
I used to necesito ir a los deseos. I think means I need to go to the bathroom. That's what I used to have to say. Leave the bathroom. But yeah, Rod,
shit like that, man. It's a little hectic down there right now. But
I'm sure it is.
A couple more weeks, man. We'll see what happens. I don't know if it's going to be a drastic, major turnaround
overnight. No, I love this guy. He says, I don't know if you saw the same interview. It was one of the liberal stations, and they were questioning this Tom. I forgot his last name. The guy that's the czar, and they were questioning him. He's like, I know you guys are saying you guys are going to start the deporting day one. But what exactly day do you think you guys are going to start? Then he like looks at her for a second, and he goes, day one. I mean, it's fucking G, dude. It's like, he's like, day one, we're going to start fucking shipping you out. So get your bags packed. And like, dude, I don't feel bad at this point, bro. I really don't.
See, it's the thing here too, like, because if they come over, they do it the right way, and they get in, and like, they're it's not like about work ethic or anything like that. It's just do it the right way, man. Because we're sitting here, we're paying taxes, we're doing all this. Like, these, like, people have crossed the border illegally. They're being put up in 5-star hotels in New York City, getting credit cards handed to them, like, with taxpayer dollars. Like, that's the thing I'm upset about. I don't care, like, about helping someone out there with our tax money and all that, but, like, do it the right. Like, these guys are just chilling, like, out there causing havoc and getting arrested and getting let go the next day, and then they're doing it again, and it's just, we're giving them money to do it, or like fun.
I have a question. Did you see my post on Facebook, like, from like last week, or it might have been like 2 weeks ago, of the young ladies from New York City? Do you remember?
Yeah. Because I remember I made a comment in our group chat.
So I am going to admit this, and I'll be the first to admit. Like, my dad always questions who strangers are that we don't know when they come in the store.
Sure.
So they were wandering around grabbing stuff, in the back, a bunch of, candy or whatever. And my dad was like, who the fuck are these people? Like, he gets nervous when strangers are in the store.
Yeah, old school.
So all of a sudden, then they go over and grab the magazine. And you've know in the picture what magazine I'm talking about. And they come over, and now they set everything on the countertop. Bro, they spent about $75 on candy. Like chips, sodas. They're from New York City.
Items in the store here.
Whatever. And then the $14.99 magazine of Donald J. Trump, right? Yeah. So I was like, I just kind of like did the question. I'm like, you like him? Like, kind of like, just like in a weird look, like thinking, like, because in my eyes, what the media tells me is all the foreigners hate this guy. The media tells me that black folks hate this guy. So I literally asked them, and you could go look at my Facebook page, and I'll tell you the full same story. They spent about $75 in the store, and I asked them, I was like, you like him? And the one girl said, for business, absolutely. She was the Indian. So she owns a convenience store, and then the other young lady owns a coffee shop. She was like, oh, yeah, yep, for business, we were so much better with him. This and that, things were going so strong. Yo, they are opening another fucking business. Guess what it's called? You're not going to believe it.
What do you got?
Everything Trump. Yo, so legitimately, we have a group of young ladies. One was Jamaican. I think one was like Pakistan. They were all over the place, dude. Literally. And I love them to death for that. And all Trump supporters. Like, it was really cool to see. And these were New Yorkers. And listen, they've been seeing what's been happening in New York probably the past 15, 20 years or whatever. And they've been probably seeing the downfall of the last 4 years, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you got to be blind not to see what's happening out there, man. You got to
listen.
be
If you don't see what's happening, this is what I always say. If you can't see what's happening by this point, there's no helping you.
There is no helping you, buddy. There is no helping you. But yeah, back to Anthony Farina. Listen, guys, I am not the guy. I'm not the same Anthony Farina.
So let me ask you this. How did you initially find out that your name was, you and this guy had the same, one of the CEOs had the same name?
The first person, my buddy Gary, who's a customer of mine at the store, he commented and tagged me in a post with my name on there. So he probably is one to thank. No, I'm just kidding. He said, "Yo," he goes, "Was this you or something?" And it was like basically questioned me in the post of the story. So that was the first time that I saw of such terrible things. And then she released the video and everything. Letitia James, I watched the video again. God awful.
Yeah.
But then the next morning, I woke up. It was under my profile picture of my 2 young girls, and it said something like along the lines of like something a cowardly killer would do, posting a picture of his girls. Blah blah blah. Karma will get you, and them. Something stupid along those lines.
Was it mainly the one person that really came after you?
No, that was a different. So listen. So that person under my profile picture, I literally commented. I was like, "Yo, you got the wrong guy," and then Hollywood came firing into my back because I was sitting at the bunker yesterday. So I showed Tom. Yeah. So Hollywood came firing in with a nasty comment, and then my boy Johnny Resto, who's actually,
Johnny Two Gloves.
He's on a really good track right now, but our man Johnny, he's been in the can and everything, and he knows the terrible shit that's going on in the system. But he even had my back. He was like, "Yo, you got to get your facts straight, girl." He's like, "This ain't the same Anthony Farina." It was really funny. So they all had my back, but then I ended up just going and deleting the post because I didn't want my girls affiliated with such hate and everything underneath there. So, and then Jen, Mike's girlfriend, gave me she's like, "Maybe you should go private. You're very open right now," which I didn't realize how open I was. I obviously, was wide open with my settings. Right. So my wife helped me fix that. But then there was messages, bro. There was messages, and one of them you might have seen. I kind of
told me the one.
I blew it up on on my page, trying to embarrass her because you should never do such thing. She basically said, like, I don't even want to say the words on my podcast.
You probably get flagged for it if you post it on YouTube anyway.
They were so disgusting and disturbing and just wishing hate on me and my family or whatever. But she ended up apologizing when she realized that she had the wrong guy. She really did. She's like, "I'm so sorry, sir." So I literally told her and then responded. I was like, "Listen, lady, I agree with you about this guy. Like, I think terrible things should happen to him. But don't do that." I told her, I was like, "Don't do that." I was like, if you have, unless you know for a fact you have the right person, dude. Like, how fucked up is that? Like, I would never go find Roger Harris that, like, just hypothetically speaking, did something bad, and then I come across your profile with your beautiful family and I start threatening you, and it's a different Roger Harris where it could be a very, popular name throughout the United States. Like, I don't know. It's don't be keyboard warriors out there. Don't be like, listen, wishing the things that some of these people wished on me was very disgusting. So I'll leave it at that, Raj. I'll leave it at that.
That's wild. That's
no,
really
I mean,
crazy.
Brad was funny even like last night in our group. I think it must have been maybe his mom saw it, or because Brad's not on Facebook. Scrounge. I think he put it out there. He goes, "This guy, never a dull moment with this guy." So I don't know. It was either Brad's mom.
I feel like Scrounge has burner accounts, bro.
He probably does. He probably does.
He follows all of us.
He really probably does. But yeah, man. I guess.
What'd you get for Christmas, man? How was Christmas?
Christmas was great, buddy. Christmas was awesome. I got a bunch of shit for the studio. I got this new mouse pad the wife got me. I don't know, a bunch of cool little knickknacks, Brookstone, but she also got me.
Yo, I didn't get one golf item for Christmas besides golf shorts and pants.
What?
Yep.
That's all right.
That's crazy, right? I thought about it when I got home, and it's like usually like my father-in-law always gets me like at least like a box of Pro V's is like the one golf thing I usually always get.
Yep.
They got me something different this year, so that they didn't get me those, and I was like, damn, I really didn't get one thing of golf shit. I'm not mad about it. I'm like, but that's why most of the time, like if you ask people, oh, what would I get Raj for Christmas? I don't know, get them golf shit.
Yeah, no doubt. I got a whiteboard the wife got me, which is pretty cool for
nice. Yeah, you need that.
So wait, you're gonna laugh at this. I'm gonna read down. This was from the other night, Friday night. We were a mess in here in studio. But I was like, here, Adam, write some things down for us for topics. So number 1, how are things? Number 2, what was Christmas like? 3, tour updates, deadline for the fee. 4, any media news. 5, New Year's resolutions. 6, indoor golf matches. He put 7, why drugs are bad. I just yeah, 8, senior tour and year in review. But yeah, it was really funny actually.
Yeah, but yeah, it's crazy, man. The year's coming to an end.
Year's coming to an end, man. Year's coming to an end. Salute to that. But yeah, it's actually funny too. I did it reminds me, I gotta tell this story real quick too. So Hollywood and Adam came over on Friday night for like just an in-studio hangout session, and I bought a bottle of Grey Goose for Hollywood. I said, I got you a little Christmas gift, for everything you do. Thanks for the support with the podcast. Now get your ass over here. So of course we started pouring shots and taking shots, and the wife was involved. Everybody was involved, but of course Maya was running up, and Millie wanted some. So we took Hollywood just gave them lemon water. He was just like, I got you guys. And I saw what he did. He just gave them like lemon and then put a little water in it and gave them theirs. And we did like a big cheers, and we did a big thanks, to everything. Happy New Year, cheers and everything. So literally 2 hours later, Andrea's dad is messaging Andrea. She's like, I know it wasn't real. Like, I'm not an idiot, guys. He's like, but he's like, it doesn't look good, guys. He's like, it doesn't look good on the video. It looks like you guys are feeding those kids shots of vodka. And, his dad's like, you should probably take that off the internet because you might have CPS knocking on your door. And I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? He's right. I went and took it off. Yeah. And nowadays, dude, I promise you, we were not feeding my kids vodka. I promise you, they just wanted to be involved in the shot. It was hilarious, though.
The party, yep.
I was like, you know what? I'm like, he's got a point there. He's got a point because all it takes is one person fucking saying, look at this guy on video giving his kid shots. I'm like, come on, guys. And I told Maya, I was telling the story, and Maya was like, no, he gave me one. And Andrea was like, if you drank vodka and took a shot like that, Maya, you would have thrown up all over the kitchen floor. Vodka literally tastes like, alcohol.
I remember as a kid, at a party or something, feeling a sip of my dad's beer, and it was the most disgusting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, hon, you would have known that it was vodka. It was not. You drank water. You drink lemon water. We all drank vodka.
I still don't like taste of beer. I don't really drink beer at all when I drink.
Honestly, so I'm gonna be 1,000% honest with you, Raj. I was up from 2 to 3 in the morning, puking and puking and puking, mm-hmm. and it's because I hate fucking alcohol. And it's true. And I told the wife this. I said, yo, why do I do this to myself? Every time I have alcohol, vodka, any sort, it's not that I do have a bad stomach, but I just fucking can't do it. I cannot do it. I ruin my night. Literally, it's just, I feel like I'm poisoning myself when I drink too much.
Well, you are. That's exactly what you're doing. It's poisoning.
Yeah, your body hates it. Your body, truthfully, dude, I never get that feeling when I smoke a ton of weed. I never get that feeling. Do you?
No.
I get tired. No, I get tired and I'll go sleep like a baby.
Yep.
I go sleep like a baby. I mean,
that's took my CBN gummy right here before I'm getting ready to crash out when we're done.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm saying there's so much. It's such a shame that all these years weed has been here and could have been. It is such a good medicine to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's finally available, but. And then you see all these alcoholics. Listen, I have.
Did you see the thing she just passed? Hochul?
Yeah, what she just passed?
So it's a bill basically to allow distributors. So, for example, my boys from the Helium Collective, they can only supply to dispensaries, right? But now the law she passed, they can go set up at a farmer's market and go sell pre-rolls, or they can just like do certain things like that. Like all
Oh,
these
nice.
people can though. So all these like Jaunty and Dank and Platinum and all these other companies, heavy hitters, they can all go and do their own thing and just like not have to go through the dispensary. So it opens up a different avenue. So it's going to be a weird angle where what dispensaries are going to do. See what happens.
I think that's. I mean, listen, I think that's a great thing. I think that's a great thing for New York State and our growers and all that and the people.
Yeah,
I mean,
I got some people coming on to talk more in detail about it that actually know.
Good, nice. And also, where can they hear that, Raj? Where can they hear all that?
The Pitch Putt and Puff, baby.
Yeah, man. I tell people I think it is one of my favorite podcasts to tune into to hear all of your favorite cannabis and golf needs. I mean, Raj just gives good interviews. He really does. It's funny because I learned a lot from Raj. I do something that Roger doesn't do, and I interrupt my guest. Roger lets them speak.
You're getting better, man.
I mean,
when I tell you and stuff, and like I'm busting your chops about it, it's like really just helping and coaching to like, yo, let them cook, and then like once they pause or like just obviously you don't want that air, but keep the focus on the guest is really the main.
Yeah, man. You do. He does. Raj, you do an awesome interview. You really do. And
appreciate that.
You know what else you do, dude? You do one hell of an ad read, and I'm gonna give.
I was gonna say that's a perfect segue
to. You do. I'm gonna give.
Find yourself a nice roof, man.
I'm gonna give my homie. If you guys all need a roof, we all know where to find it. But I'm gonna give it right here for y'all.
Hey, Mikey, you know anybody does any roofing?
Actually, I do, Raj.
Who you got for me, man?
Dude named Tom Murphy did my boss's roof. Actually does hands-on work.
Gets right up there on the roof, huh? The owner of the company?
Yeah, he does. Knows his shit, too.
That's awesome, man. Is this Thomas Paul Construction?
Yep, that's him.
Man, I heard nothing but good things about them. I'm actually on their Facebook page right now looking up some things. The pictures, the aerial view, they're really cool. He gets up there with the drone. You can see the before and afters of some of the work they've done. Go check them out on Facebook. They're a new sponsor here, the Upstate Golf guys. So make sure you guys go support Thomas Paul Construction, roofing and siding. Thomas Paul Construction LLC is a full-service construction company who specializes in roofing and siding, covering the greater capital region. You can reach them at 518-308-6794. Once again, 518-308-6794. And make sure to go check out their Facebook page, see some pictures of what they've done in the past, and let them know the Upstate Golf guys sent you.
Every time I see that, I kind of wish I needed a roof to be done. I'm like, damn it, I wish I needed a fucking roof to be done, but I don't.
The guy does it, man.
You know what I mean? He does his work. So, Raj, what's New Year's Day, buddy? You're in, right? New Year's Day?
Yeah, I got nothing else going on. I got the day off. It's my one. Nice. I think it's my one day off, dude.
You've been nonstop. I know.
Today, no, I work today. Being Sunday, so I've had 4 days off since Thanksgiving.
Well, this is your busy time, right? I mean, nonstop. Yeah, people want to get fucking hammered this time of year. I mean, jeez. How much? Let me ask you. Dude. I have a question. Let me ask this stat. How much more beer does D. Crescenti go through this time of year compared to just say like early summer, start of like June, dead time?
So in this like 30-day stretch of Thanksgiving through New Year, it's probably the same from like the beginning of June, like what is it, Memorial Day or Memorial Day to July stretch. Like that's probably the comparable. Like
okay,
they're probably both the same. So like in the beer business, that's what keeps them going. But then you got the spot up holidays, like you got your football, you got your Super Bowl, you got your St. Patrick's Day. You got,
right.
You know
Super Bowl's probably huge for you too. Super Bowl's got to be pretty big.
Super Bowl's cool because you get like a good week of like putting up some football.
Don't you guys get the day off after as a paid holiday for you guys?
Yes, sir. Company holiday.
I love that.
It's a pretty dope little thing they do. They started doing it about 3-4 years ago. So it's
and Raj, tell my listeners what company you work for.
Well, I work for D. Crescenti, the beer distributor there out of Mechanicville. Shout out my main C3. Yeah, it's pretty cool little thing they do with getting the holiday off. So, but me, it really doesn't matter, bro, because I'm a college football fan. So I would prefer to have the Tuesday after the Natty off.
Right. No, I hear that.
I'd use a floater, man. Like, yo, I'll go to work that day. Just switch it up for me.
Speaking of, who we got left in the playoffs for college football? I really haven't been paying attention.
You got Georgia, Notre Dame. Georgia starting quarterbacks out. Let's see. You got Boise State. They're still in it. Who else? I mean, the ACC looks bad. Miami got beat yesterday. Their starting quarterback didn't look good. He came out in the second half. Cam Ward. He played the first half. He was a potential Heisman. He was in the top 4 of the Heisman.
Yeah.
And he played this first. So here's the bad luck. He played the first half and broke the NCAA record for most touchdowns in a career, most touchdown passes in his career. But we were losing in the second half, and our backup quarterback looked like shit, bro. Like me or you could have went out there and played better. So that really hurt us. He didn't come back into the game, so it makes, I don't know if that's going to hurt his draft stock because he looks selfish and this and that, but potential to be the Giants starting quarterback. Hopefully, I'll take that all for free.
No doubt. That'd be pretty cool if he was the Giants starting QB. You could take that trip down to Giant Stadium and watch the guy play a little bit. For
the playoffs, man, who else we got? We got Georgia, Notre Dame. Who's the other game I was thinking of? Ohio State still rocking. Ohio State's got a good little team going.
Or is Ohio State playing Boise State?
I think it's Ohio State, Boise State, right? And then it's the Georgia, Notre Dame. That's the game I'm interested in because I think the one
probably 4 left, right? Or is that only 4 teams left now?
There's 8 teams left.
There is 8 teams left.
Yeah.
Let me look it up here.
Yeah, look it up quick. I ain't got a computer in front of me right now.
I got it. But what? How about let's go to NFL for a minute. Who's like right now? Because I haven't been following it all. Is Kansas City still the favorites? Like, can nobody beat Kansas City? Or
yeah, man.
I heard Detroit's pretty good this year, right?
Detroit's crushing. They're playing good. It's weird too because like Jared Goff, when he first got drafted, man, I really didn't think he was the guy, and I was wrong about that kid. Same with the way Sam Darnold's playing right now for the Vikings. He looks really good.
Yeah.
But you got the team Pfizer, aka the Chiefs, with Kelsey.
Right. I got it right here. Raj, we were way off. I got to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
I got to interrupt you. Notre Dame and Georgia is the game that you were talking about. Going to be a great game. Notre Dame was the 7th seed left against the 2 seed. Boise State was a 3 seed playing the 6 seed Penn State. So
Penn State, that's what it was. And then who's Texas got?
Texas has is that Iowa State? Is that Iowa State, the 12th seed? I can't even. Oh, Arizona State, maybe.
Arizona State, yeah. Arizona State.
It is. All right, because I can't tell. And then, dude, this is the good game. This is huge. Oregon, Ohio State.
Yeah. So,
yes. So
I think the winner of the Oregon, Ohio State, and then the way I believe the bracket breaks out, it's going to be the winner of the Georgia Notre Dame game will be in the national championship.
I like that. I mean, yeah, you know what? I'm kind of rooting for, in a weird way, for all of my fellow diehard Notre Dame fans out there.
It's not going to happen.
It's never going to happen. No.
So the problem here now is Notre Dame they're always ranked because of who they are, the fan base, so that they're going to want to always keep them in the top 20 at least. Even if Notre Dame has a bad year, they're going to be in the top 20 the following year, no matter what. So now with the NIL, think about it. What star athlete would want to go play in cold ass South Bend, Indiana, when you have the opportunity to go to California or
Miami,
or Florida? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like all these opportunities, Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, whatever. So
who would want to go to Syracuse, let alone fucking
exactly. So these teams are going to get hurt by that, unless they're like one and done. College basketball players a little bit different, but for football, like you're going to go there, you're going to develop. You're probably going to be there 3 years, so you're going to be there. The recruiting with the NIL, like if Notre Dame really doesn't fork up some cash, and Syracuse and those schools, Rutgers, they don't put up the cash, they're not going to lock in these top tier athletes to get them to where they got to be. Because I really think like it's going to come down to money. All these schools, it's going to come down to money.
You know what sounds like a really good college to me and a place to do 4 years and which should get a shout out? Give them a shout out. Hawaii. Fucking A.
That'd be sick, right?
Let's make Hawaii a great college football team because I would want to spend 4 years in Hawaii. I don't know about you.
it's a great time, but a long ass flight back and forth, man.
That is true. That is true.
That's a long
I
ass
don't know.
5 hours, bang bang.
I'm doing some critical thinking here, man. Where
But I would go down to the Carolinas or something like that for school.
yeah. Speaking of Carolinas, Bill Belichick, and he just become the head coach of UNC.
North Carolina head coach. That's going to be interesting, dude. Especially being a ACC guy. I've been obviously a Hurricanes fan. It's going to be like Jim Larinaga, our basketball coach. He's led us to the Final Four a couple years ago. We've held a recruiter, but so he said after we went to the Final Four, 8 of the 15 players on the team came in and said they're transferring. So half the team, after going to the Final Four, wants to leave. This guy's been coaching since the 60s. What the hell? Like, to him, it's like, what do you mean? We're building something like old school mentality. He just quit mid-season, basically, because he just can't believe the way the game's going. Guys are bitching about how much they're getting paid. And, it's more of a professional game now than it is a collegiate game with the guys getting paid. So
I hear you, man. I hear it's definitely going to be an interesting chess game for these guys. It's going to be like
it's going to be because they got to either figure out like a salary cap for each school or something. It's the wild west. So there's no, like, if Alabama wants to pay $100 million to a kid, they can pay $100 million. Like Archie Manning, for Texas, if Texas wanted to pay him $200 million for the 4 years, boom, sign.
Yeah, they're gonna have to definitely.
That's crazy.
Set up some stipulations. Speaking of crazy shit, I'm not trying to hop over to another subject, but it's
switch it up.
Kind of affiliated a little bit. Let's talk about the salary caps in the MLB and how fucked it up it is that like the LA Dodgers are allowed to stay under.
There isn't a salary cap, right, for baseball?
Well, there isn't anymore. You got to pay a luxury tax. That's what it is.
Right.
If you go over, you pay a luxury tax. Boo hoo hoo. So there isn't a salary cap. But dude, the fact that we could do deferred payment, what is it, a deferred payment or whatever it is, that he's basically collecting like $1 million a year for the next 10 years, then he's gonna start in 10 years when he's not even on the fucking Dodgers is when he starts getting paid. Like, I don't know. So we just did that actually, the Mets with Minaya with one of our pitchers. I think like are a lot of these MLB teams gonna do this and like depend on.
Well, you guys kind of started it with Bobby Bonilla, didn't you?
Well, yes, we did. Good.
Every July 1st or every 4th of July,
he gets $1 million. Yeah, whatever it is, and it's a smart move. But like, I don't know.
Like, dude, it's through like 2042 or something.
I know it is. Everyone talks about the most genius business move ever by Bobby.
But that's generational wealth, dude. You know what I mean? Like, he could literally every year just give that $1 million to a different family member and let them start.
But here's what I'm going back to is like the MLB. Number one, I don't know where the money comes from for these people. Like, I don't know where the fucking, like, dude, if you add up these people's payrolls, are they really bringing in this much into a stadium and watching, like,
yeah, because you're paying
all that shit
for a beer and $18 for a hot dog.
No, I know, Rod, but
and they're paying 12 cents for the product.
Still, do the math sometime, dude, of what these fucking guys are getting paid per pitch. Like, you ever do the math of like one of these pitchers and he's getting paid like $30,000 per pitch?
Do you remember Kevin Brown used to pitch? He pitched for the Yankees, and this guy he was hurt like his whole career, and he like had a hangnail one week. He wasn't pitching. The other one he stubbed his toe. Like, it was all these bullshit injuries, right? Dude, we paid him so much money. It was like something $1.9 million a pitch.
Yeah.
Like $8 million an appearance. It was like crazy.
Yeah. You can figure it. I work at the newsstand, and so I always see like the newspapers, and when these big deals happen, I always see those headlines about, we're paying this guy, $50 million per appearance. There was something stupid with some of these like top pitchers. It's fucking insane. I just don't know where the money comes from, Raj. I really don't. It's insane.
No, especially in baseball, man.
It's insane to realize how much money is out there, bro.
And they lost a lot of baseball. Lost a lot of money when they started like cutting away these minor league teams, because I know that. I mean, yeah, probably hit them in the pockets a little bit, but they were making money off of like teams like think about how much the Joe used to be filled up. AC Yankees. The day they were making money off of.
Joe is empty now, dude. The Joe is empty. I don't know how that.
You're getting fucking bottom tier baseball. No,
I mean, I had fun there. I had enjoyed my night at the Joe. I really did.
yeah,
But
you're not getting AA affiliate,
no,
Houston Astro affiliate
they
baseball.
gotta make. I'm sure the Joe is just making all their money on concession, dude. That's where they make all their
You
money.
gotta,
They have to.
they do a lot of concerts there now, and
Yeah,
have the
yeah.
high
Oh,
school.
it's a really, really dope venue for our area. It's really nice for down in Troy.
Yeah, I never got to play there. It was they built it the year my senior year. They just finished building it, so I never got to play there.
Yeah, yeah. No, do you remember? I don't know if you remember. I think you had to have been on the team. Tamarack played Troy High in a scrimmage game, like preseason. Do you remember that by any at all? Not really. And you guys had like Dan Cunningham on your team. You had
that had to be early on. That had to be freshman.
the Picho was on the team.
That was our freshman year then. Did you guys come to us or did we go to you?
Yes, we came to you in your backyard.
Yeah, it was the old field.
In the back behind the school. We came to you.
Yep.
And it was a scrimmage. Our coaches must have been friends or something. And it wasn't a real game. It was just like an after school. We're going to, hang out with the Troy High guys. But yeah, you guys
I had to be on the team because if Cunningham and those guys were on the team,
you were on the team because I remember them yelling "Bam Bam Cunningham" was his nickname or something at the fucking when he was at the plate. And
bro, we had so many characters, bro. Like baseball was so hard to take serious because we were just out there busting balls.
Yeah.
But in high school, it turned into a job, and it was like, damn, this ain't like what we want to do. We want to be out here just having fun. So we just did like the summer thing was more just go out there, travel, have fun, crack jokes out there in the outfield. I used to love sitting in the outfield and cracking jokes.
Yeah, no doubt.
Someone struck out, I'd be like, thanks for watching and stuff like that, dude. And they'd get pissed, and I would get up to plate and get hit in the back for talking shit.
Yo, I got a funny story for you, Raj. Little League. We're going way back to Little League. My Uncle Ronnie, who was a fucking gangster. Like, he really was. He was a loan shark. He was a bookie before gambling was legal. Never forget this dude.
Damn, bro, you just outed the guy.
He's dead.
All right. Statute of limitations is up then.
Right. Well, listen, he was at a Little League game, bro, and I was in the dugout or something, and he was standing behind the like at the fence, like behind the catcher. Yo, my uncle started with his mouth. We were against.
Okay, you're gonna say he was betting balls and stuff.
No, we were against the right. So we were at bat, right, and the pitcher was there throwing the ball. Yo, he was getting in this fucking kid's head so hard. Poor kid was I don't know how old we were. It was Little League.
So you're 12.
The other coach had to go over and talk to him and be like, buddy, these are kids. Like, stop. Like, I remember being like, you got him fucking rattled now. You got him fucking rattled. Like, keep dropping F-bombs and shit. Like, he was from Newark, New Jersey, dude. So he didn't really have a filter. It was
different baseball down there, bro.
Hilarious though, dude. And like, I just remember the other fucking coach going over to him and be like, buddy, these are kids. Like, what are you doing right now? Rattling this kid.
Dude,
I just remember him getting almost thrown out.
It's different down there in Jersey and in the city for baseball, man. They take that shit dead serious.
Oh, I know.
Trash talking. We had a team from Brooklyn come up when I was in Little League. Bunch of Dominican and Puerto Rican kids, bro. I've been playing baseball their whole lives, throwing the ball 100 miles per hour. First pitch in one of the games, I remember I was sitting there. We were watching the game because we played them the next day, and this kid hit the ball about 350 feet, like into the parking lot, like hit a car alarm going off. I was like, the pitcher was like ready to cry. He never had a ball hit a home run.
He was probably fucking 37 years old.
So yeah, no, he was definitely. I think they were like a Sandy Koufax 13-year-old team. Yeah, we were all 12-year-old, 11 and 12-year-old little leaguers.
Do you remember that kid from the Little League World Series? Is that what was his name?
Danny Almonte.
That's right. Whatever happened?
He ended up playing. He made it to. I think the Expos signed him. Expos are the Braves. So I'm picturing like one of those hats on him. They signed him to a minor league deal. I don't think he ever made it to the show, but he played in the minors for a couple of years.
Yeah, they lied about his age to play in the.
Yeah, he was like 14 playing on a 12-year-old team. Bro, like if you think about the difference back then, like I know for me, for example, like I had a growth spurt and all that. So like from 14, the strength you have behind you opposed to a 12-year-old is a huge difference.
Dude. Yeah, dude. And he was fucking throwing from that mound that
Yeah.
was so much closer.
54 feet opposed to 63 feet. That's a huge difference.
I just remember it blowing it by these kids. They won it that year, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Throwing 108 miles per hour fastballs, major league comparable.
Yeah, nobody could hit them. I remember it, but yeah, that shit was funny, man. That shit was funny.
Dude, they were all over Sports Center, and like the talk of the whole country was talking about that kid.
I gotta look that up. When was that? Danny Almonte.
I was gonna say that was 2004. Is my guess. I'm curious to see if I'm right. 20 years ago.
Danny Almonte, Dominican baseball player. Bring it up. Let's bring up this.
I'm curious to see what year that is. 2004, maybe?
Well, he's 37 years old right now.
Okay, so yeah, that's about right.
Born in 1987. Let's go to the wiki. I'll read it right here. All right. Danny Almonte threw a no-hitter in the 2001 Mid-Atlantic Regional Finals against State College, Pennsylvania, sending his team to the Little League World Series in St. Williamsport, Pennsylvania, because he fucking cheated.
2001, okay.
With his high leg kick and his fastball that reached a top speed of 76 miles an hour, which is compared to 122.
122. I said 108, thinking I was being outrageous.
Oh my God! The 5'8" 1.73 meter Danny soon become a sensation. His imposing frame won him the nickname Little Unit, a nod to a Randy Johnson nicknamed Big Unit. In a round robin game 4 days later, Almonte threw his first perfect game. No shit, because he fucking cheated.
He's 24 years old.
Yeah, in the Little League World Series since 1979 against the team Florida. However,
all over Sports Center.
Yeah. Almonte could not pitch in the championship game under Little League rules, so that's why they lost that game. No shit.
They did lose.
They did lose it, but the reason was because he wasn't allowed to pitch, probably like back-to-back games or something.
Yeah, probably had too many pitches or whatever. They used to have pitch counts. I think they still do have the pitch counts.
Almonte completed 62 strikeouts out of 72 batters, bro.
Wow, that's a stat, unbeatable stat.
His nicknamed the baby, or his team nicknamed the Baby Bombers because they played in the shadow of Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, I was gonna say that out of the Bronx. You think so? Speaking of the Bronx, have you seen any drones, dude?
No, but I'm fucking hearing everything. What's your all right? Go ahead. Tell me your thoughts. I didn't hear about those drones, but go ahead. Tell me about that, and then what is your theory on these fucking drones? Go ahead, Raj.
I don't know, dude. I don't know what it is. Like, it's obviously the government's not going to tell us. Like, I don't believe a fucking thing they're going to tell us. But I think it could be the whole sniffer theory that Rogan was talking about, where there's a nuclear threat and these are the drones to try to, sniff out the nuclear detection and all this shit.
Yep, I saw that theory.
There's a theory that we lost a nuclear weapon, or something to that effect, and they're sniffing for that. It could be we don't know what these things are. It could be legit. We don't know. Like, there's some drones out there, but these other drones, like, yeah, man, it could be, dude. Like, that's the wild thing. It really, like, Project Blue Beam could really be happening. Like, that's the wild shit.
So I read up a lot on what Project Blue Beam is because I had no idea. And
I know you didn't. Dude, like, this is exciting for me because you're a wipeout edge of this shit. So, like, when I something and you're listening, like, reading it or dive, rabbit holing for the first time, it's like, holy shit.
So basically, let me understand what Project Blue Beam is.
Yep.
The elites, or whatever you want to call them, or the larger people than all of us, like, I don't know what we call them, maybe we'll be creating something called Project Blue Beam. Basically, they're going to be putting holograms in the sky. Basically, what's happening right now and doing all this crazy shit, right? Am I right to see how gullible we all are and maybe use it against us, like, as a war tactic, or I don't know what the fuck they could do with it. But
so once they do that, dude, so think about it. Like,
once
in that
everybody
case,
believes it.
we think if everybody thinks aliens are coming, oh my god, we got who's going to protect us? We need the army, we need the government, we need everybody to protect us. Then they declare martial law. So then they got all the power. They can basically do whatever they want. So at that point, all these governments will come together and like New World Order type. This is the way they roll in the NWO.
Yeah, no, it's scary fucking shit.
That's the whole theory. I forget the name of the authors.
I know. Listen, I got laughed at when somebody, one of my friends on Facebook posted a picture. He's like, my friend's outside eating lunch, and he sees this ring in the sky. Does anybody have any answers? And people were like, oh, that's a reflection, blah, blah, blah. And I commented Project Bluebeam, and I literally just got laughed at. I was like, okay. I was like, all right. I'm like, you guys need to all do your own research.
A reflection off of the firmament?
There was right. Yeah, he was outside. Oh, I don't know, Raj. There's a lot of shit out there. It's funny. I've been sending my mom all sorts of shit, and she's like, you're fucking nuts. Like, what are you doing? Stop. And it's all the older people, like my uncle too. It's like, it's a lot of the older people that they just won't budge. They won't budge. So, when I like,
tell you, man, in the beginning of COVID, like my parents and like older people were like that too. But now, like when I send them something, she'll kind of be like, oh my gosh, like, you think so? I'm like, it's not out of the possibility. Like when I send her some crazy shit.
Yeah, no, my mom's the same way. My mom actually is. We were having the argument at the dinner table Christmas Eve at the moon landing, and my uncle was all like about it. He's like, they would not do that. There's no reason. And then all of a sudden, my mom comes out on my back. She's like, I don't know, Tone. I don't know. I saw the videos he sent me. There's literally they're asking the guys to swear to God on the Bible, and none of them will. Dude, all three. I have 3 videos. The Armstrong, Aldrich, Buzz, and then there's another guy where the guy's going around asking them to swear to God on the Bible if they went on the moon, and they don't. They supposedly lost the technology with the Saturn S5.
That's crazy. We got Elon Musk doing more things with technology than ever before.
No.
We can get back to the moon.
Wait, Raj, while I got you right now on subject, I know you're all loving this right now and giddy because one of my favorite podcasts to date right now, and I listen to them almost every day, a new episode, is our boy Sam Tripoli.
Oh yeah, February 9th, brother. Nice.
I want to come with you. So listen, I listened to the one about the was it the Voyager? What was the rocket that crashed?
Yes. Challenger.
The Challenger.
Uh-huh.
Yo, that is probably one of the best podcasts I listen to.
Someone from the school, the lady's a school teacher.
They're all the fucking same. They're all like similar occupations. They have doppelgangers that look identical, and they have the same name. So he went back and he talked about like in like 1902 this happened, and he thinks that's when they created fingerprints because there was 2 guys that looked exactly alike. That's what the guy said on this podcast. I'm not sure if that was. Don't quote me because I don't know if that's exactly.
This is a couple months old, but
And they were talking about the baseball players, the redheads that have the same name that do look identical, right? That's more of recent. So they were talking about this, and like we see this happening or whatever. Those situations almost 100 years apart. For this to happen with five people on that Challenger. Wait. And then for it to all map out, and then there's 3 of them that are like doppelgangers that look exactly like, have the same name, and the time maps out. Then there's 2. This is the interesting thing that gets me. There's 2 that have twins.
I was going to say, you're going to the twins? Yeah.
There's no record of these fucking twins, and you could go research.
There's no birth certificate for the second twin.
Prior. Yeah. So, and now you could go. Now there's videos on. I follow this one guy where like they go up like and they find these people. Like this one lady was on her campus. She's a professor. Are you I forgot her name. Yeah, I'm such and such. Yo, she starts running from him.
Yeah.
Fucking running. Dude, why do these people run and hide from it where they could either, the guys with the Bible, all they have to do is a simple, yeah, I swear to God, of course I did. Right?
But you got Buzz even admitting like,
well, he does. Everybody, Buzz is hilarious because everybody just calls him like a crazy senile old man now because he's like, whatever, 90 something years old.
But here's the other thing too is like when they got there, They were the first people on the moon, right? Who took the fucking video?
I know. That's what supposedly they say, that it was on the satellite or something and it got left there. There's a whole bunch of bullshit.
Did you see the other thing with the moon that's recently been somewhat like a big thing I've been seeing in the conspiracy world is like they seen pyramids on the other side of the moon.
Yeah. Oh, the pyramid talk, dude, is another whole fucking
Pyramids are interesting, dude.
Pyramids are so wild to me, dude. I love it. I love everything about it. I watched one of my new favorite shows. I watched was nothing new about it. I go to sleep to Ancient Aliens, and
Yeah,
like I love the pyramid talk. Why were they built? Like it was definitely for some sort of energy, dude.
Yep.
The one up or the one down in Antarctica, like is. They can't say it. They were trying to say it was like a mountain and it was there originally. Dude, it's literally fucking a perfect diameter. Like the diameters are like did you see that one in Antarctica yet?
Yeah. So they all fall on ley lines too. You in the ley lines at all? Did you hear about those yet?
No.
Okay, so ley lines are basically like if you lay out the grid, it's like an energy grid basically, and all the pyramids and like a lot of like historic monuments land on ley lines, like the White House, Washington Monument, World Trade Center, like shit like that. Like all of them land on. I'll send you the ley lines episode. I'll have to find it for you from tinfoil. But the pyramids also align with all the ley lines. So I think it's a big energy grid with the pyramids in some sort of way that we don't know about, like a free source of energy.
With a higher power above of some sort.
Yeah, because if you go and look at the hieroglyphics or the petroglyphs on the, like, I've seen, like, not just the ones I'm talking about, but, like, they show, like, some of these petroglyphs you see online and shit, like, they show, like, flying cars and, like, you know, like helicopter-looking things and shit like that. So, who knows, dude? Who knows what happened thousands and thousands and whatever years ago?
So many worlds before.
But something happened up there.
So many worlds before ours.
What are we gonna do though? We gonna do this conspiracy podcast or what, man?
I want to, bro. I want to. I'm all about it, dude. We have the access.
Get the boys ready. Drop an episode for the new year.
Look at this. All right, let's do it, bro. Let's do it. I think we should do it. Well, listen, if we have to use like our platforms for now or whatever to get the ball rolling, and then maybe we could switch it over or something. We'll figure it out. Or if I need to buy the RSS feed, I can. We'll figure it out. But I think as long as we have the RSS feed, he'll let us use this. I don't see why he couldn't just add another.
Yeah, we'll just delete it when we're done.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. I love that idea, buddy. I have a couple people on deck that love that idea, man. They're on board.
Yeah,
so.
now you got homework, bro. Go look into the ley line.
I do. All right, buddy. Let's close this thing out. I really appreciate everybody for tuning in to this emergency episode. Rod,
he's not the
guy. I'm not the guy. Rod, one more time.
Show him your badge.
Where can all my listeners find you, buddy, for that important information with the smokers out there?
Check us out at the Pitch Putt and Puff podcast. Let's see who we got coming on this week. We're just going to do one episode this week. We got Aubs Plays Golf hopping on, new to the game, team member of Team Lombardi. So
nice. That's awesome, man. That's great, buddy. All right, Rod. Thanks for coming on, man. It was a fun chat tonight. I had a good time.
Yes, sir, buddy. Talk to you soon.
Man. Thanks everyone for listening to another episode.